Hello children and welcome back to your GK class. So we have already done till chapter 54. So next chapter is 55, Catch the Thief. So children, this is a kind of game, kind of question, and it is, you can see a box is given in which numbers are written, and what you have to do is, I'll just read out the question. Out on the rounds at 10 a.m. police officers discovered that a thief has stolen multiples of 9. Fortunately, the thief has dropped some along the way in ascending order and then in descending order. Put a cross on the multiples and find the thief's path from 9 to 9. So as you can see, the first number is 9 given here, and if you look it down, the second last row, the first column, the number is 9. So you have to make a path from 9 to 9. And how will you make the path? You have to put a cross on the numbers which are multiples of 9. Like if I say 9, you put a cross, then 27 is a multiple of 9, then 24, 171, 198. So you keep on putting a cross over the multiples of 9, and you have to reach it till this 9 which is given in the second last row. So children, this you can do it on your own. This is a game, so I'm not going to do this. You have to do it by your own. Okay, so now next chapter, which is coming in third term, is on page number 73, chapter 57, famous sobriquets. So what is a sobriquet? It is a nickname which is given to someone or something. Okay, everyone has got nicknames. So the nicknames, famous nicknames which is given to someone or something, that is known as sobriquets. So let's match the places. So nickname, first is land of the rising sun. So which place is known as the land of rising sun? It is Japan. Okay, so first one is Japan. Second, dark continent, it is Africa. Dark continent is Africa. Gift of the Nile, which place is known as the gift of the Nile? It is G1, Egypt. Fourth, land of the kangaroo. Fourth one is Australia. Land of the kangaroo is Australia, E1. Then fifth, land of the midnight sun. It is F, Norway. Sixth, land of thousand lakes. It is sixth one, Finland. Land of the white elephants. Seventh one, Thailand. And eighth, land of the morning calm. It is Korea. Okay, so again I am repeating: land of the rising sun, Japan. Dark continent, Africa. Gift of the Nile, Egypt. Land of the kangaroo, Australia. Land of the midnight sun, Norway. Land of thousand lakes, Finland. Land of the white elephants, Thailand. Land of the morning calm, Korea. Okay, and come to know with Derek. It is written, no, Shillong is known as the Scotland of the East because of its resemblance to the Scottish Highland. So you learn this also, it can come now. Which place is known as the Scotland of the East? So you have to write Shillong. Okay, so you learn that. So next chapter is musical instrument. Okay, on page number 75, chapter 59, musical instrument. So this is just a chapter, children. You have to read the chapter and questions may come from this chapter. So I'll just read out for you. Musical instruments. Look at this picture of an orchestra. Note how different types of instruments are being played together. These musical instruments can broadly be divided into 4 major categories. They are percussion, woodwind, string and brass. So children, there are so many kinds of musical instruments, right? And the musical instruments can be divided based on their characteristics. So first is percussion instrument. Okay, produced music by striking. When you strike it like this, when you strike it on something, it is called percussion. It can be by fingers, it can be by palm, anything. Or shaking, when you shake it, or scraping, by just scraping it. These are 2 major categories of percussion instruments, membranophones and idiophones. Now what are membranophones? If you can see the word membrane is there. Membrane is what? A layer or covering, you can say. Instruments that produce sound by the vibration of their membranes. The instruments in the drum family are membranophones. You can see drums, tabla, instruments like this. We have to there's a percussion on the membrane and then the sound comes out. That is membranophones. Next is idiophones. What is idiophones? Instruments that produce sound by the vibration of the instrument as a whole rather than use of strings and membranes. Like cymbals, rattles and xylophones are example of such instruments. So learn the examples, okay? Woodwind instrument are tubes with an opening at one end and a mouthpiece at the other end. Okay, there's opening at one end and mouthpiece at the other end. They have rows of holes called keys. Holes are there in this. Pressing on different keys produce different musical notes. There are the three ways in which instrument of woodwind family create sound. So basically they are made of wood and there is a long pipe kind of things. On the other side there is a hole, one side is a mouthpiece and holes are there like flute and all other. No? When air is blown across the edge of or into the mouthpiece, for example in flutes, bansuri. When air is blown between a single reed and a fixed surface, for example clarinets. And third, when air is blown between two reeds, for example in oboes. So these are different kind of musical instrument. Next is string instruments. Produce sound due to vibration caused by the plucking of the strings on the instruments. Now strings are there and just you are plucking the strings. Like violin and guitars, we all know they are strings in these instruments. Are example of string instruments. So you underline the example and learn it. Next is brass instrument. Produce sounds when air is blown into very long pipes that widen at their ends into a bell-like shape. You can see the bell-like shape is there at one end in brass instrument. Most brass instruments have valves attached to their long pipes. When the player presses down on the valves, they open and close different part of the pipes, increasing the length of the pipe when played, and they can increase or decrease the length. Like trumpets and trombones are example of brass instruments. So children, you learn the names of the instrument and also the examples of instrument. So you can do it. Next is chapter 60, mythology quiz. Answer the following questions. First one, in ancient Egyptian mythology, who was the god of the sun? So first one is Ra. Second, in Norse mythology, who was the hammer-wielding god of thunder, lightning and storms? It is Thor. 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 In the Ramayana, who was also known as Janki and Maithili? Sita. Fourth, in Greek mythology, who was the supreme god of the Olympians? Zeus. 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 In the Mahabharata, who was the 8th incarnation of Vishnu? Krishna. Krishna. Sixth one. According to Greek mythology, upon which legendary hero were the 12 labors imposed? Heracles. Okay? Heracles. Heracles. Seventh one. What was the name of Lakshman's wife in the Ramayana? Urmila. Urmila. Eighth one. Which planet is named after the Roman god of skill and trade? Mercury. Mercury. First one Ra, Thor, third Sita, fourth Zeus, fifth Krishna, sixth Heracles, seventh Urmila, and eighth is Mercury. Okay. Now there is one more. No with Derek. Ninth, the Greek goddess of victory appears on all Olympic medals. So which Greek goddess appear on all Olympic medals? Answer is Nike. So you learn this one. Okay. So children, this is all for today. and I think I have completed chapters of third term. Only test paper 5 and test paper 6 are left, that we will do in next class. Thank you.